Gamers, welcome back. I'm streaming. Plug the controller in so I can play the video game. Welcome back, gamers. We're gonna go ahead and get the game started up here. I'm streaming? Yeah, I know, hard to believe, right? I would never. Unprecedented. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to fix something over here. Can I... Can I make this go away? No. Awesome. Okay. Don't worry about the thing in question, chat. It's not important. Okay, X to slow down. Oh, shit. How do I bypass this sort of obstacle? There we go. You shouldn't hang out there, though. Let me get Retro Spy open for you guys. Ah, fuck. I forget if I have to collect... I think I don't have to collect all the blue things, but it beseeches me to. Fuck! Why does my trail sometimes have colors in it? I thought it was supposed to be just black and white, television static, but there's like all this yellow and blue nonsense happening. I'm dumb! Okay. Yo, what up, Austin? Yeah, I don't know why I keep thinking I'm gonna hang out on the walls. It's never gonna happen. Ah, shice. Waiting for D&D? Thank you. Cat stream with no cat ears? Betrayal? I don't wear the cat ears for free, Liam. It inverts my background. That's what it is. Remember this and remember it well. All Twitch streamers are whores and will only do things for you for money. Nope, get off this wall. And under this ball. Hell yeah. Woo! You thought there was a bimp redeem for it? I'm afraid not. Dude, it's a little bit upsetting that of the people that have spoken in chat so far, one of them is going to be gone within the hour, and the rest of them are going to be playing D&D within the hour. Like, I already don't stream on Tuesdays. Maybe I shouldn't stream on fucking Saturdays either, but it's a shame because I really like streaming on Saturdays, but like, literally half of my regulars play D&D on Saturdays, and so... Do you're cool. I'm not like... I mean, I can use my Saturdays for like something stream related without actually going live. That's the other thing as well. Like I do not have enough time to do everything that I want to do. So like I might just stop streaming on Saturdays. It's just like the reason that I lament it is that if not for the fact like, well, I don't know. Because like what's nice about Friday and Saturday streams is that I can go a little later because it's weekends, you know what I mean? Although Saturdays might make good days for like archipelagos or something. I was considering streaming Library today, and I didn't out of respect for you, but I might not always be so gentle. Okay, great. And I'm dead. Oh, great. Cherries. Dude, the entrance to those could be fucking anywhere. Yo, what up, Hooded? How's it going? You're less busy than ever on Saturdays, but you're just generally more busy than ever? That's fair. Oh yeah, Hooded, you're exclusively available on weekends. It does make it extremely hard to schedule Played Up when, literally the only day that like Minnow, Red Tie, and Hooded are all available is like Friday. Can we play Archipelago next Friday? Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look at my shit for next Friday to be genuine. I never know shit like that far in advance, and I really should. It's like bad. I would imagine that I'm gonna need that key. You sure are exclusively viable on weekends. Fuck! I'm a moron. They make your life worth living? I could not say the same. I think that D&D is fun, but it is definitely not my favorite thing that I do. I don't want to be a snake lady. I want to be Devon 15. Especially with finals after spring break. That'll be fun. Awesome, dude. My inner snake lady just... Yeah, look, I'm not a furry or a scaly, and even if I were, my persona would be Bigfoot Capone, which is hardly a snake. Ah! You'd be mad that everyone else is not taking it as seriously as you? I feel like everyone else takes it too seriously. Maybe that would be my character for Battle Sim, Bigfoot Capone. I don't know if you can make that in D&D. Get me out of here! Get me! Dude, you have to like wait for the wall grab. It's such a... You do not just like wall grab when you touch the wall. If you want to wall jump, you have to fucking full commit. You have to love that wall like it's your wife of 8 years and you have 3 wonderful children together. There is no... You cannot do quick wall jumps in this game. And it's actually rather annoying. Pretend the wall is my dead wife who I haven't seen in years. It's not hard to play, it's annoying to make a character. The thing is, like, well, I feel, I'm not gonna lie, a little out of place in that group because, I'll be, like, sitting there and, like, enjoying, like, the combats or whatever, and then, like, but, like, the people I play with will be like, well, I, reread the entirety of the wiki last week, and, I found, or, well, I mean, it's not like that, but, it's like, they're all, like, it's like, it's like being the only person that isn't, like, super into it. Like, I do it for fun, but I don't, like, spend any of my free time, like, researching shit or whatever. And I do think I would have more fun if I did, but just, like, when am I gonna do all that? The jump in this game looks whack as fuck. You do constant research because you also DM? Like, I feel like every session people are, like, using terms I've never heard of, and I just don't ask about it because I don't want to be dumb. Maybe I should try playing as, like, a character that knows magic, because then I would have to do research, and I would probably end up finding some cool things, but, You just really like role-playing? I'd love to do some, like, dead serious roleplay shit, but I do not have the chops, I don't feel like. I hate... Chat, keep your spirit strong. Thank you, Kenta. Get! Okay, I need to stall in that box because the slow, stupid, bad wall jumps. Dude, I wish Undead was here so I could complain to him. Did you know that Undead had a hand in this game? Not... Yeah, Undead. And I think that part of it too is that I'm like a toddler and I will like, I'm like... Yes, okay. Is it just me or is that thing moving erratically as fuck? Like, that does not look like a fucking learnable pattern. And it looks like it's... Oh, God. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm meant to get the cherries. I don't. It's not fun to smash your face into every hidden wall to, or every wall to hopefully find the hidden one. I mean, it's the same every time. It's always just behind like a wall that's hidden somewhere. And I don't know. I think Minnow would like that. I know there's definitely people who are like, oh, dude, I fucking love to smash your face into every single wall and hopefully find the hidden one mechanic. It's my favorite, but that is not me. It's alternating between going up halfway and going up all the way. Well, I'm dumb as shit, so... Okay, I'm glad that Dew agreed that what the fuck is this buzzsaw was a valid thing to say. It goes all the way up and down, then to diamonds, then down and back all the way up. Wow, yeah, no, I got 3 very, accurate and different explanations of the phenomena I was witnessing. Oh! Pain. I started watching another playthrough of Somnium Files today because I finished the previous one I was watching, and I'm not gonna finish it because they cut out like a lot and also seem to think that everything is way funnier than it actually is. But I did think it was really funny, and this took me for a complete fucking loop. When we first see number 89 in the first, like, the tutorial, the Somnium tutorial, when we're in Date's dream about the Sagan residence, he refers to number 89 as an old man. And I think that's funny because no. The person I was watching was like, yeah, he looks like he's like 89, like as a joke because he doesn't look like he's that old. And I was like, holy fuck. Oh! Oh shit. Invisible mode. So I did do some research into inverting the alpha of an OBS source, and it looks like it is not possible. There is not... I was like, I went to a bunch of different places, and someone was like, maybe if you made like some sort of mask, and I don't know how to make a mask, so... Turns out you say that again. I don't know why. There's lookup tables, but they don't support alpha. There's no way to do it. Even with raw, I don't think you can do it. You can make any color filter you want except transparency. Yep. How am I supposed to time that with the fucking platforms that disintegrate underneath me? Like, doesn't that seem a little unfair that you're telling me that I need to, maybe I need to stand there for as, maybe I just need to, ow. Oh wait, I see it. It's right up there. Ugh! It's probably possible with a plugin? Maybe. Yeah, that's the thing, though. It's like, it's useful to, like, 3 people, so the chances of a plugin existing for it are very slim. Like, it seems like a very simple thing to want to do, but, like, the use cases for it in OBS are rather slim, you know? Rather niche. Fuck! It really shouldn't be that complicated. Maybe, Duck. Just alpha equals 255 minus alpha. I mean, yeah. But the question is, how do you input all that? Fuck! Like, the calculation part of it is I would imagine, the easy part, you know? The question is, how do you set up the rest of it? Telling it what number to pull and modify. Okay, so the thing just stays there. It doesn't like fall down or anything. So if I'm slow enough, I'll always be able to get the platform, it looks like. I suck balls. Recreationally. Not for like a line of work or anything. Agony, dude. This is not hard. It's easy. This is... Oh, God, dude. This is like Celeste all over again. Except the Celeste wall jumps were hella tight. And felt great. Oh! None of this waiting 10 minutes to touch the wall shit. And 255 minus alpha, you have to make sure that's applying to every pixel. Do you have to get all the pixels in an array? Like, what does that mean? That's what the live stream is? That's fair. Oh! Oh, great. Ah! I got scared. And I didn't get scared. Reason for death, got scared, didn't get scared. Woo! Fuck! Could they please write one more song? Has this song been the whole game? No, it's not. They've one per world. Just that each world is quite long. 20 levels per. So we're gonna be listening to that for a fucking while. One per world is still pretty egregious. Yeah, I guess with the worlds being as long as they are, you could have a few more songs in there, mix it up a little. I don't know if it's one per world or not. Fuck. Fuck! I much prefer mechanics like this to be like synced to a musical key or something. Who the hell are you? Hi, Wet Paws. Is that... Are you calling me Wet Paws, or are you introducing yourself as Wet Paws? I have to hit B again. Good thing that I got my umbrella with me, even though it's hard to climb with it. I thought this place would be spooky, not rainy. Alright. Fuck! Oh shit, this one's just out there. Unfortunately, you can only trip the checkpoints once, so if you didn't get the cherries before the checkpoint, then you're not getting them. To save them, that is. Ow! Shit, dude. Why do I want to go down there? Just for the money? Are you fucking insane? Ah! I got stabbed. Maybe... Why would he be introducing himself that way? Only Vsauce does that? Maybe he's a fan? Yeah, he could be a fan. You didn't even think about that. Hey, Wet Paws. Dumbass here. Fuck! Dude, every time I collect that cherry, I just hear a little voice in my head that's like, bonus. It's optional content, you don't need to do it. Oh, better hurry up off the platform or not get hit by the folly spikes, I said. It's not true, you can stay there as long as you're not under the spike. By the time I'm done worrying about not being on a spike, there's gonna be one in my coochie, so... I think I will not go down there. Oh, wait, that's the end of the level down there. Wait, what the hell's the other way? The cherry's over here. Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing over there. I just have to make the fucking penis shoot. Okay. I don't think it's required to beat the game. You might be right. Fuck. I swear to God I can climb on that shit. I'm an idiot. Also, this level would be impossible if you couldn't. Why is it not letting me climb on that shit though? What am I doing wrong? Do I have the climb button wrong perhaps, chat? I could have sworn it was D-pad up, like every game ever made. Oh wait, no, I know what it is. first of all, I can do this. There we go. Fuck! So, wall grabs and jumps don't take stamina. I do think wall climbs take stamina. What? Nope. What do I do? That's like the shortest hop I know. Maybe I can do a shorter hop. Yesterday when you were in class, there was this kid playing Kirby Robobot at full volume on his 3DS, and it almost made him cool in my eyes, but then he spoke and I remember. Dude, if I'm in, like... Oh! Okay. Oh, please. I want that sand timer so bad. No! Bitch. That actually would piss me off a lot in high school. When I was in a class, I don't know if they probably don't do this anymore. Or they have a different game for it, but like there was a time during when I was in high school where you could not enter a classroom without hearing someone. Well, this wasn't true in like my like honors classes and shit, but definitely in like every other class, it was like. All people cared about was who was going to be hosting Flappy Golf that class. And it was fucking obnoxious because I'd have to do group projects with these people. So like I'd like walk into class and like I'd just be like making my way to my seat and like all of like my classmates would be like walking in like, oh, who's hosting, and like it didn't even have to specify what it was. Like everyone knew it was gonna be Flappy Golf. That's what they did. Like that's just how you played. That's what you did in school. And then like they'd be in like my English class and I'd have like a project with two of the fucking Flappy Golfers and they'd be like, they wouldn't know how to spell. They couldn't fucking write an essay to save their fucking life. There was like we were doing an essay and like I said, oh, I'll write like, you know, 2 paragraphs and each of you write 1, and then like we'll do all that. And one of my partners didn't write his fucking paragraph until like 11 p.m. the night before, and then I looked at it and it was fucking abysmal. It looked like a 3rd grader wrote it, and so I had to fucking rewrite the entire thing myself. As like fucking. Look, Bob, I understand that, like, some people, like, I'm not, like, gonna pretend that I'm not playing games on my fucking iPad during class. But, like, Jesus fucking Christ, you really can't afford to be. No, it absolutely was. Well, because And the other thing was, I was always the smart. I was definitely like the smartest person in, maybe not Spanish, but like all of my like regular classes. And then in honors classes, I was always the dumbest person. Like, without fail, the dumbass. No, I talk about that a lot, dude. The difference between honors and like regular classes is like it is genuinely staggering. There was a girl in my personal finance class in high school who I also had PE with. And every time we were in PE, we were like friends, but like school friends. Like we would never talk to each other outside of class. And whenever we were in PE, she would always be bitching about like some class or other. Dude, I hate this fucking school, man. They don't teach you anything useful. They don't teach you any like fucking life skills, right? You know, like when am I gonna need to know what a parabola is? And I'm like, okay, whatever. But then in personal finance, which is the class that teaches you like genuine life skills, like how to like file taxes and shit. And she was like, oh, this is my least fucking favorite class. I fucking hate this class. I'm like, all right, so you just fucking hate being at school. Like, you don't say that it's because they're not teaching you anything useful. Your chemistry class felt straight out of an early 2000s movie. I had a fucking experience in high school chemistry, dude, because my teacher was a very nice lady and clearly cared an awful lot about chemistry. Did not really teach it to me. So I took honors chemistry in high school. It was the worst. I performed worse in that class than I did in any other class. I went on from there to take AP Physics, and I did wonderfully. But it was the only D I got in all of high school. I got at least a C or higher in every class except honors fucking chemistry. I guess I have to crawl there? Can I do like a duck jump? Clicks and rampant cheating and people falling into such obvious nerd and popular kid stereotypes. But like, so like, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, like one of like the first things that like my chemistry teacher did in class was to like do like a little bit where like she did a cool like the chemical reaction that released a bunch of smoke, and she had some lights and there were colors and she was playing Genie in the bottle, and it was like a really fun little like experience. I always remember that. However, whenever we had like a lab, okay, so you have a lab and you're like you get with your lab group and you're working on it, and then you submit it and you did poorly, and then you're like, fuck, I must be stupid or something. But then she gets the whole class together and she's like, a lot of you did really poorly on this lab, and it's like, oh fuck, damn, okay, that sucks. And she's like, well, it's because none of you are asking me questions, right? Like, if you ask me questions during the lab, I'll answer them, but you have to ask. I won't know if you're just, you know, not asking questions. And it's like, well, yeah, fair enough. Like, if I have a question on the lab, you should ask it. But here's the kicker is, if you were doing a lab and did ask a question, it was, she would fucking sit you down, dude, and, like, she wouldn't answer the question, and she'd be like, well, it sounds like someone didn't do their required textbook reading or whatever, and it's like, yeah, well, maybe I didn't read the textbook, maybe I did and just forgot, but, like, well, in my case, I never read the textbook, but that's not the point. The point is, like, if I have a question, you should be able to answer it. Like, why does it matter if I'm learning from you or the textbook? You're not handling anyone else's questions right now, are you? And you said to ask questions during the lab as well. So you come to her with a question, and she's like, well, I mean, if you read the textbook, and you also watched all the 8 videos that I uploaded to Moodle, which, by the way, Moodle is one of those fucking things like Schoology or whatever, but it, like, sucks donkey dick. She was the only person at my whole school that used it. Anyway, and she's like, well, you really need to watch all the videos, like, at least 3 times to really absorb the content. I'm like, bitch, I have other classes, okay? They don't have textbooks? No, that's how they extort college students. They have textbooks, trust. Canvas? Canvas is alright. Are you... Come on, man. I felt like the timing was pretty good. Not very lenient, this. What? What's the other big one? Blackboard. I think that my college used Blackboard, and in high school they used Schoology. I don't remember when I used Canvas, but I have used it at least once before. Canvas is like the thing that I'm talking about, right? Freshman year of high school. Spike hitboxes aren't that big. Ah. Am I really gonna fucking perish for a single coin? Also, how am I gonna get over there? How exactly am I expected to... Just like this, okay. Oh, there are multiple songs per world. There's one song for every 10 levels. Oh. A break every 10 levels? What does that mean? A break from listening to the same song? It's not a break because... God, that's a weird way to describe a break, because you don't go back to listening to the same song ever, but you do end up listening to the same song as in the song that you switched to. So you get a new song every 10 levels, which is a break from listening to the same thing on loop. Until it starts looping again. What a weird way to think about a break. Fuck. Mostly being ironic? I don't get the irony is lost on me there. Fuck! Ah! Because the torture and agony just begins again. I see. Son of a bitch. Give me a drink. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that asking for a drink would make the music just stop. I might get a drink. Why shouldn't I, after all? I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Oh, there we go. That's much easier. That one moved! Fuck! Dude, I'm excited to upload the Somnium Files VODs because I feel like the cool thing about that game is that there's never a dull moment. Like, there's no, like the VODs are basically just 3-hour fully edited videos because everything about the game is fascinating. Unless I, like, stepped away from the camera for a little bit, like, there's no, like, content to cut. Which I guess means that I could upload those VODs to main channel if after combing through them a little bit and, like, removing, like, the intros and outros and shit. What? You know, chat, I didn't want, I know Minno's fucking playing D&D now, so he's not here to hear this, but I don't want to mention this to Minno because it feels petty, but he did say that he would read my Persona 5 review, like, a month ago, within the next 2 to 3 days, and, like, respond to it. And, like, listen, I don't think that anyone is obligated to read the fucking essay that I wrote about Persona 5. Like, it's a lot of text, and I understand that a lot of people are busy and don't have time to read what some dumbass has to say about some game. But, like, I was genuinely looking forward to Minno's feedback, and it just never came. Respond to it? Well, no, like, you know, just give like a comment or feedback on it. Like, does he disagree with the rating? No, I don't think that you necessarily have to disagree with the rating. Well, and I think that I really like discussing games that I, like, feel some kind of way about, you know? So, like, if you do disagree with any part of the review, then I do want to, like, talk about that, you know? I think it's cool. That's part of the reason I write the fucking things. Now, of course, no one ever does reply to them, so I mostly do it because I just like writing reviews of games, but prompting discussion is always something that I think is really cool. Dude, I don't know why people acted so surprised when I gave Somnium a 10 as well. I mean, I was kind of surprised, I guess, so I shouldn't be that shocked. I didn't realize it was getting a 10, because I was writing the review while I was watching someone else play, like, kind of, like, on the side. And it wasn't until they reached the credits, like, in their playthrough that I was like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna give this dumbass fucking game 10 points, aren't I? All I did was bitch about it. Bitching about video games is fun. I don't know what you mean bitch about it. I just had a lot of positive things about the game. Not my dumbass thinking 3 squared is 12 when writing tests for your function. Oh, man. I mean, I did complain a lot about the things I thought were fucking stupid. It's just there weren't as many stupid things as there were cool things. There's an enemy in Destiny that speaks in all caps in the lore books and no other character does, so when she finally got a voice actor, she just has to scream all the time. Great. Like, I don't really know what I was bitching about in Somnium other than the, like, the fucking stupid action sequence shit. which I kind of assessed it would be silly to take marks off the game just for that when there's only 10 points to be had. You weren't surprised when I gave it a 10? Most of the complaining was done by Minnow, who kept bringing up the porn jokes. Well, yeah, I mean, the porn jokes were egregious, and some of them were bad. But, like, I don't know. I feel like if the porn jokes had been limited to the ones outside of the action sequences, it wouldn't have even, like... I feel like the rest of the porn jokes in the game bothered me more due to the fact that they were so fucking hammed up for certain parts. Yeah, Minnow wasn't complaining that much either. Fuck! It's so annoying. Wait, I could just wall grab. Why am I not wall grabbing there? Why do I feel like I have to, like, oh, I'm gonna slide down into the saw blade? There's like a whole button that I'm just not using. Why would I not? Fuck! Is that a timer thing, or is that just like a troll? Is that just like waiting for me to jump over there so that it can kill me? Whenever you tuned in, that's how you felt? How did you feel? Oh, that it wasn't that egregious? Or that Minnow was complaining. See, even when I am actively reading and interacting with chat, sometimes you guys just say shit that's ambiguous, okay? It is not always my fault, although it usually is. Well, now what? Okay. Ah! That Minnow was complaining and that it wasn't bad. Well, there were like 5 throughout the... I played the game for 33 hours in total, and I probably spent about like 20 to 30 minutes of that time in like these action sequences where the answer was just always porn. And even among those, definitely the most egregious were the 2 on the Iris route, with that were used the same magazine and brought to distract the same masked fucking vigilante. Like, it was just lazy and sloppy. But like, am I really gonna let 20 to 30 minutes of what the fuck detract from 30 hours of an incredible gameplay experience? You know? Like, at that point, I'm just looking for things to be upset about. Which... I feel like I've been bitching and moaning about a lot of games recently, and I don't want to be just the guy that hates video games, you know what I mean? I don't look for things to be upset about, I just, I've been on some diff shit lately. I guess I am quite picky, if you think about it. How picky am I, though? Now, one of the cool things, I know that like most people probably don't care that I have a backlog because it's easier to just read the reviews on my website. But one thing that I think is neat about it is that it gives me an average rating, like how do I feel about games on average, which I think is pretty cool. Like, you know, I can see like a breakdown of how frequently I award certain scores. It does make me want to go back and write reviews of games that I played before I started streaming, but I don't know if I should do that, if that makes sense. Your issues with the tone? I don't know. I think that fucking with the tone a little bit is okay. I do think that they did it a little bit too frequently, but it wasn't so much so that, what the problem I had with the action sequences is that the change in tone shattered my immersion. And the only time when the tone was, like, on, like, even a remotely similar level of goofy was in Somnium, and I think that was okay. I also realized that I think in that review I used Somniums as the plural of Somnium, when it is in fact Somnia, canonically. Woo! Dude, this is just a fucking troll hack! take the Somnium sequences seriously. Yeah, no, the Somniums were definitely very unserious, but I think they were fun as well. I don't feel like the jokes in the Somniums really like spoiled them for me. I was still definitely having just a great time. Also, I did mention this in the review as well, but there's a lot of like shit that you would find in the Somniums that was like didn't make sense until later on. Like there was some shit, like there were some clues in there that I didn't notice until I was watching someone else play. Oh, nothing quite like the sensation of going and looking back at like a mystery game or movie or whatever and being like, oh my god, this is how you could have solved it if you weren't a dumbass. Although, to some extent, games like that lend themselves well to people who are a dumbass, because the longer you're fucking in the dark, the more times you get to have your mind blown, you know, when everything starts clicking together as the game intends for it to click together. I don't think they needed to make Iris that cringe. Ah! It's not nearly as bad as the "it's all a dream" excuse. It turns out that the twist with the body swapping is kind of an overpowered one. It's not nearly as bad as the all dream excuse, but it was saying I wouldn't like that one time, but it's still a convenient way to get out of a lot of contradictory information you've shown the player. Well, I mean, they definitely had to start from the end and work backwards, so body swapping was always part of the narrative. I don't know, and I feel like they don't tell you about it immediately, but I feel like they tell you about it early enough that you have a chance at figuring shit out, like before the big reveal, you know? The big reveal not being that body swapping is possible, but being that Saito Sejima is the... See, once they showed you that body swapping was possible, that opened up possibilities a lot, but I don't really think you could have reasonably come to that conclusion beforehand. I don't know. They do show you body swapping pretty close to the end. But yeah, I mean, like, part of the magic of it is keeping the player in the dark. Like, I feel like you're playing as a detective, and why would you be able to reasonably solve the mystery before you have all the information? Right? It's not a very good game if you can just go in right at the beginning and know all the clues are going to be immediately and then piece together from there. I mean, that could be an interesting game, but a lot more thinky and a lot less storytelly. The objective wasn't for you, the player, to solve the mystery. It was the objective was to tell a story, and I think that to that end they did a very good job. Like, obviously, that mechanic doesn't work nearly as well if it's all about using your deductive reasoning to figure shit out. But since you're supposed to, like, kind of learn things as Date, I thought it was kind of cool. I don't understand what I do there. I guess I have to jump up right away. I just have to be fast, be brave. Most mystery stories manage to do that without something as powerful as body swapping. Yeah. To each their own, I guess. I didn't think that it really... I didn't think that it was a bad plot device. You delve into people's minds in the game, you think it fits pretty well. I think so too. Dude, that fucking guy that did a blind Let's Play of Minecraft, I think he could have solved it before even learning about the body swap shit. He would have been like, I wonder what happens. I think his brain could have come up with the crackpot theory about body swapping. I don't think that a normal player would be able to, but I also don't think a normal player would be able to beat Minecraft without any external guides, references, or live stream chat. Dude, it's so fucking fascinating. I've been watching in the background at work. I've had the stream VODs playing. Which do provide a lot of additional context that isn't in the supercut, but definitely if you're in a crunch for time, the supercut is also very good. He does have chat on screen, and like it is like a live streamed experience, but he has chat minimized the entire time he's playing, so he's not like. It's on screen, like it's so that it's like archived with the VODs, but he's not reading chat. And then he only reads chat at the start of each stream and at the end of each stream. And at the end of the stream, he tells everyone to clear out like spoilers and shit. And he's like a small enough creator that it just works, and he basically never gets shit spoiled for him, which is crazy. It's like so. What about, like, how do you think that you start as a new player in Minecraft and make it all the way to beating the Ender Dragon without any external help? Like, yes, it is possible. Clearly, someone did it. But, like, it's not easy. Yes, by looking at the hints you have, but like there's still like a lot of shit that you have to piece together, given some pretty fucking vague hints. He was talking about going for all advancements during the playthrough, and I'm like, buddy, you have no fucking idea. Yeah, but you also have to do all the steps leading up to obtaining the Eyes of Ender, right? You have to learn how to make a nether portal, that it has to be certain dimensions, that you can't use crying obsidian in the frame, even though there's crying obsidian in the frames of the ruined portals that you find. You have to piece together that what the ruined portal is another portal, because it says build light and enter another portal, and we need to go deeper. And sure, you might figure out that the ruined portal is something you're supposed to build, but like, do you know that you're supposed to light it on fire? I think one of my favorite aspects of the playthrough is that almost the entire time he's playing, he has like a completely skewed perception of how rare flint is meant to be. Because at the start, he has no idea how to get it. He's like, fuck, how do I get flint? How am I supposed to get this flint? And then he like, well, finds some in his inventory, but he doesn't remember where he got, like he didn't notice when he collected it. And so he'll be like, like talking about like wanting to make arrows or flint and steel, and like he'll find a flint and steel or something in a chest and be like, oh yes, this is such a rare thing. But then eventually he does find out that gravel gives you flint, and then he like starts collecting like a shitload of gravel because he's like, oh my god, like we need to be getting this flint, it's such like a resource. And then like eventually he discovers that you can farm flint for gravel, and he's like, oh, this is like an exploit. They did like, are you supposed to be able to do this? It's wonderful. It's such an interesting like experiment. You can't craft flint. Do you need enchantments for anything? You don't need enchantments for anything. But he does figure it out, yes. He ends up having enchanted gear and shit. If you don't want, like, spoilers for it, then don't watch the supercut, and don't ask me any more questions about it. Also, you won't really see him figure out enchantments in the supercut. I mean, you'll see, like, certain key steps along the way. He gets really thrown off by the advancement for taming an animal. Because the icon for the advancement is a lead. And so he, like, attaches a lead to a sheep and then gets confused because he didn't get the advancement. And then he, like, he feeds a dog, meat. And it gets the heart particles to come out, and he's like, can I tame a dog? And it doesn't work, and it's devastating, man. He actually intuits a decent amount about the enchantment system. Come on, man. Chat, keep your spirit strong, real. Fuck! Rain's everywhere in here, even under the ceilings. I guess it's just raining behind the level as well. Ah! He figures out how to brew potions, which is not even the slightest bit intuitive. There's no crafting guide for potions. There's no fucking tutorial for that. It is not explained in any capacity whatsoever. And he doesn't figure out how to make like any potion, but like he figures out one or two of them, which is like, what? I mean, I forget how to brew potions as well, but like, you know that you need to fucking put netherwort in and then add another ingredient, so it's pretty easy to like trial and error your way into figuring out what the potions are again. But if you don't know that that every potion recipe except weakness starts with an awkward potion, figuring that shit out? What the fuck? I also am a little bit mad because I've always been shit at like building in Minecraft, and one of his houses is better than like anything I've ever made for my own house. Like his second or third house. Dude, one thing about that is that he starts playing in Bedrock Edition, and I was like devastated by that, but then like so many people told him to use Java instead that he just starts episode 2 with Java Edition, which is awesome. I think that the only real reason to watch the VODs over the supercut is probably because it adds more weight to each moment. Because you understand the struggle and the trials and tribulations and how long things have been processing in his mind. It also seems more real in a sense. Like, obviously you're gonna cut out a lot of like the frustrating or slow parts in a supercut, but without those parts, it kind of looks super like unnatural that he's able to figure shit out, like he's pretending not to know it, right? But if you're watching the long play, the uncut content, then you really understand, like, no, this man is actually figuring this shit out, because surely if he already knew this going in, there's no way he would have been doing all this nonsense. Fucking roll hack here. Ah! I find memes of people showing the strongest mob in their mod in a video, and in the comments you see he doesn't hold a candle to the bedrock wither. What the fuck is... I forget what the fucking thing is with the bedrock wither. Oh! He's fucking diabolical. Well, I do feel that about the Java edition wither is more frustrating than it is, like, it's difficult for the wrong reason, kind of. It's like, it just gets, it's so easily distracted, and the problem becomes fucking catching the fucking thing instead of, surviving it and killing it. Don't get me wrong, you could still very easily get killed multiple times by the Java wither, but, like, it will just, like, look at a parrot and then fuck off to infinity while you're trying to kill it, and it just destroys everything. He could summon wither skeletons mid-fight and has more health, and his pathfinding is better? Holy shit. What a nightmare. Dude, they're so worried about adding everything to Bedrock that they add to Java, but they'll just put shit in Bedrock and be like, yep, that's a Bedrock exclusive, baby. They just want people to play the shittier version of the game. They're like, yeah, what if we add cool features to only the shit version of the game? Without changing any of the core faults with it that cause people to play on the other version in the first place. I don't know why, but I never actually was able to get a Bedrock server to work. I tried hosting a Bedrock server once, and I did everything right. Like, I'd already hosted multiple Java servers by that point, so I knew how to, like, put up a server, but it just never worked. Like, people couldn't connect to it. It's like locking a new dog behind a puppy gate. I don't know if I should spoil the wither interaction from fucking the Blindcraft, but it's kind of awesome. Okay, I won't. He also has since played Minecraft again, and then a third time in hardcore mode, which I am curious to see. So there's like even more shit I'm gonna watch after I'm done watching the VODs. God, dude. Oh! Watching Persona 5 sit there in the bottom left of your monitor shortcuts, knowing goddamn well I'm not playing it anytime soon. Dude, all of my desktop shortcuts for shit that I don't have installed on this computer copied over with OneDrive from my last computer. And OneDrive is such an annoying thing to deal with that I just turned off desktop shortcuts on my computer. Which doesn't bother me that much, but I probably should fucking remove all that shit from my OneDrive. It's like, it's not that difficult, it's just I haven't missed not having desktop icons, so it hasn't bothered me. Like, at some point I just realized, like, the only way that I ever launch apps is by pulling up my start menu, so why would I? Or, I mean, in Duck's case, you would open File Explorer and then navigate to the directory where the app is using / slashes and then open it that way. But I usually use the Windows search bar because it's just, it's the one feature that's actually nice about the operating system. It dynamically adjusts your suggestions based on what you're likely to open. So, like, it might suggest the wrong thing when you start typing, but if you access a certain program very frequently, you only need to type the first letter and it'll just know. Like, there's lots of programs on my computer that start with S, but I only need to type in S to get StreamerBot. I can just as easily open Steam in the same amount of time, realistically. So it's just because you haven't gotten rid of them yet? Well, Steam, I always just say add a start menu shortcut, because that's where I open my games from. Well, because the thing about using desktop shortcuts is, like, sure, they're nice, right? But, like, they're also annoying. I'm the type of motherfucker that has, like, 1,000 things open on my computer at a given time, right? Like, right now, I've got OBS open on one monitor, I've got the game taking up full screen on the other on a second monitor, and then I've got Discord open on my third monitor, and Firefox on my third monitor as well. So, like, where the fuck exactly am I gonna put, my desktop icons so that once I start stream, I'm, like, clicking on shit? Like, I don't know. Also, I have a lot of games. I don't want every game to have its own desktop icon. That's just way too many icons. And it makes your computer start up slower because it has to render all the icons. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons I appreciate not having them. And this is a very recent change. This is, like, within the past year that I've stopped using desktop icons. To be clear, I still have a fucking obscene amount of icons on my desktop. I just have them hidden so that they don't make me angry. Plus, I like how clean my desktop looks when it's just the background and a taskbar. Come on. Oh. Dude, how long have I been doing this? I can't get past that stupid saw blade. Ah! And I can't keep remembering about that one. But I guess this is not one of the games where the allure of the game is how much progress I'm making. I'm definitely better at reading chat this game than I was with Celeste. I don't know if that's a property of the game itself or I'm just getting better at reading chat, but we'll see. Time will tell. Ugh. Dude, the fucking slowdown at the end is annoying. Like, the really identifiable parts of a song are the ones that get grating when you listen to the song for too long. Yeah, I'll jump into the spikes. Dude, I love it when there's like shit that I'm interested in watching. You must go now? Alright, see you, Hooded. I noticed him boot up the game Marvel Rivals, or maybe he was playing that the whole stream. He's either going to bed or he's going to play video games without me. Rivals? Alright. Well, you have fun. No, that's okay. I don't want to play Marvel Rivals with you. Because I don't want to play Marvel Rivals at all. I am not the least bit interested in that game. Bop. Hop, hop. Ah! We're gaming and dead. Up! 87, 88, nope. Oh, I'm just getting tilted at this point, dude. Anything can happen in a life. Ugh. Oh man, I think that getting enough speed is not the issue there, because I think your jump height is the same regardless of your speed. So I'm thinking that the problem is that I'm too slow, but it's in actuality likely that I'm too fast. It looks like I'm hitting the wall before the peak of my jump. But I do need to jump quickly after landing. I just don't need to have a ton of momentum. But you need to jump like almost immediately after landing. So you do need some momentum. Oh god. I don't know, something about this level just feels very finicky. Ah! Playing this game literally just makes me want to play Celeste. But I've already beat that game. There is more Strawberry Jam to play. I'm really hard stuck in Strawberry Jam right now. I've spent like 5 streams on the same jump. How much game is there in this game, do you think? Woo! I know there's at least 2 more worlds after this one. The movement in this game feels good, it just doesn't feel as good as the movement in Celeste. Would it make sense to not be sprinting on that platform? I don't think it would. That seems like a stupid idea. I don't think I should try that. Fuck! Chat. I know there's like no one out there, but would you guys be interested in doing like, if I like restreamed Taskmaster to Discord? So I have been watching hell of that. We could start a series and watch all 10 episodes. Ah! I think that would only be interesting if you hadn't seen it before, though. Fuck! Dude, I can't even get to the part where I'm stuck. Stuck before then. There we go. Up! Come back! I thought it was going to come back, and that's why I started dropping down directly into it. No! No! I have too much momentum. That is what is killing me there. I'm still going up when I collide with the spikes. I'm not falling down into them. Okay, well that time I fell down into them. Such a delicate balance with that. Hitting just the top door there is definitely the best outcome. Makes it really easy to just, well, I opened my goddamn mouth, huh? Well, I'm cooked. God, dude, this is so unforgiving. Oh. Okay. Up here, boom, boom. Boom, boom. I hit A! I hit A. I did. I pressed it. I swear. Roll. Show me the tapes. I played A. Watch it back. Run it back. I hit A. I'm an A hitter. I did it. I hit A. If I was on trial for hitting the A button, guilty. Hit it. I hit it. I hit A. Fuck! Ah! God, that's frustrating. Dumbass troll saw blade. Kills you if you don't think about it. No! I hit A! Maybe I was still holding it from my last jump. I keep wanting to go over where that owl is, to the left of the start. What is wrong with me? See that owl? Doesn't that look cool? Ah, look at him. I wish you could go over there. Say hi. So many cool little set decorations over there that I want to stand in front of and be upset that I can't interact with. This level is kind of fucked up if you think about it. It doesn't have great flow, to be honest. There's a lot of, like, pausing and... like... I don't know, dancing. Deception. Dude, if I go up to get those cherries, some ill fate will befall me. It can't be as straightforward as it looks. You know what I mean? What if it was? Vsauce music starts. God damn it, I could totally see that. Well, I hate that that's accurate. Dude, I had to rack my brain to figure out what that message was in reference to. I literally can't remember shit I said 3 seconds ago. Ah! You've noticed this? I'm sure it's not that hard to notice. I'm constantly not understanding what things are in reference to. And I'm dead. I don't know why the game feels the need to be this fucking rude. I saw a clip of Carl Sagan 42, who is basically just the Mario Maker troll level guy, talking about how people were like working to make like a troll game, and like he commented on how people say that like you can't really achieve the same effect with a troll game because there's no betrayal of expectations, and then dismissed it. He was like, no, that's not true. It's like, it absolutely is true. Part of what makes the content that he produces interesting is that the limitations of Mario Maker set up certain expectations for what can and cannot happen in a level. Like, the mindfuck trolls are the most interesting, like, the ones that are interesting, and like, I don't know, man. Like, tech is only interesting if you understand, if you have the context of what it's intended. Like, yeah, it's the limitations of the game that make, like, troll levels interesting and cool. Other than that, you're just being an asshole, you know? Like, anyone can make Pick-a-Dick, which is literally, like, I feel like a game that exists for the purpose of being a troll game is kind of just like advanced Pick-a-Dick or the developer hates you. I mean, there's like, I think that, like, to the greatest extent that a troll game exists is, like, those ones where it's like, oh, you jumped over the spike, but it moves to where you jumped, and the next time you're gonna not jump over the spike, because you'll know it's gonna move away, and it moves away, but then some other shit happens, and you kind of just have to, like, learn all of the, like, invisible traps that the level is set out for you. Which, like, I feel like the Mario Maker equivalent is just an off-screen thwomp, though. Like, also, a lot of the gimmicks require certain expectations. Like, the setup will be that you see something, and you have a very good idea in your head of how it should work given everything that you know about the game. I don't know. You think that people have... I mean, I'd be interested to see what they can come up with. I do think that in general, like, coming up with a compelling troll level is easier than coming up with a compelling troll game, and not just because you have to write an engine and shit to make a game. Well, you don't have to write an engine. Not just because like the tools you have to work with, but just like conceptual designing, right? It might be more difficult to pull off I think, yeah. I think that coming up with a concept for a troll level is easier. I'd be interested to see what people can come up with. But I definitely I have my doubts. And then he provides the evidence to his point that, like, well, I don't know if he does it or if other people do this, but, like, that he one time played troll levels in other games, and those were fun, but, like, troll levels in other games, you still understand how the game works in advance, don't you? I could just win. I don't need the cherries. As soon as I touch my little feet on the ground, that saw blade's gonna fuck me. Fuck! My fucking greed knows no bounds, chat. If you want an example of how more freedom doesn't make better games, simply play any Mario 64 hack where they notice that they could make any texture into quicksand. Ow. Pain. I'm like super fascinated by game design, but making a game is just so much more like involved than like anything I can do. I really should get medicated for my ADHD again. I think that I could probably do more projects that I like genuinely want to do. Oh, fuck! Like, there's things that I'd like to do that I just, I like cannot focus on for long enough to make any reasonable progress. And there's other things that I want to work on that aren't a bother at all. That how it be, Yugi. Oh. Does anyone even know, like, do you like Nintendo games? Do you use, like, some sort of proprietary Nintendo programming language, or are they just written in, like, C# or something? They're not proprietary? Why did I ask about Nintendo specifically? Because they make proprietary hardware, so I was wondering if maybe there was like a... Fuck. Because, like, if you want to use some sort of, like, proprietary programming language for, correct me if I'm wrong here, but, like, Java apps don't work unless you have Java. C++ apps don't work unless you have C++, correct? So, like, if you wanted to use some proprietary programming language for your game, you'd have to compile it in something that people already have on their computers. But if you're Nintendo, that's not... You have no such obstacle. You can make whatever programming language you want and just have it hard-coded into your hardware. What do you mean? Well, I mean, not more okay. But PlayStation's software isn't as proprietary. Nintendo software and hardware are proprietary. I'm just wondering if the software is made in a programming language. Like, there's a whole fucking joke that the PlayStation doesn't have exclusive games. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that PlayStation developers almost certainly just use normal programming languages. But if you're Nintendo, you know that you're never going to make a game that's meant to be released on any platform other than a Nintendo platform, right? If you're making a game for PlayStation, you might want to put it out on some other, like, console or PC one day. Not so for fucking Nintendo. They're only making games for Nintendo hardware ever. To the dismay of many a fan. Fuck! Yeah, not that many. Okay, but like... well... Because, I mean, obviously Nintendo also supports non-proprietary programming languages because you could get third-party apps on the Switch. And you can get third-party games for any Nintendo console, so I guess why would you make... They probably have, like, I'm sure that you can't write a game in any language and have it run on Nintendo hardware, but they probably just use one of the common ones. The new Pokemon remakes were made in Unity. Interesting. Dude, G's been telling me about this game he's working on in Unreal Engine, and apparently one of the things that they have been unable to do is, like... And this is evidently a quirk of Unreal Engine, that the alpha of textures is 2-bit, or 1-bit. 1-bit alpha. So if you're making a texture, every pixel on that texture has 1-bit alpha. And that's crazy to me. Well, and Nintendo doesn't really make the Pokemon games. Don't they have, like, someone else make it, and then they just license and release it? Like, they clearly don't have the people making Mario games on Pokemon, dude. Pokemon has been putting out some dog water by comparison to the Nintendo standard of quality. Shading or whatever? I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about game engines. Or shaders. Or Unreal Engine. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure that it's not the case that, like, there's not a single game in Unreal Engine that has a alpha channel with more than 2 bits, or more than a bit for some of their textures. I just don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Nintendo, like, outsources Pokemon. It is such a formulaic game that you don't really need to have Nintendo make it, I guess. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, didn't, like, Game Freak make a few Pokemon games? Am I crazy? Game Freak is Pokemon? Okay, so they make a lot of Pokemon games. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's never been developed in-house. So, like, I feel like I'm talking about, like, what did they use to make, like, Mario Wonder or whatever? What did they use to make Mario 64 for that matter? I know that's been decompiled, but was that originally written in, like, C? I guess that's what decompiling means. If you decompile something, you're making it back to whatever language it was written in initially. Right? Like, you wouldn't decompile something that was originally written in Java into C++, even though theoretically you could make the same thing in both languages. Like, decompiling is literally extracting the original code. Yeah, I know that they had to use the assembly before the N64. Because when people make, like, deep dive videos about game mechanics, the fucking anything before the N64 is way harder to understand than anything after the N64. Because when they're talking about, like, Mario 64, they'll be like, yeah, you can see that this variable is used to track this. But then if they're talking about, like, Super Mario World, they're like, the reason this happens is because this registry is used to define this. And I'm like, okay. Like, I sort of understand how assembly works, because I did learn it. Well, I didn't learn it, but I took, like, an introductory course on it in college. But God, do I not know how to do anything in that language, and does it just sound like a bunch of fucking jargon whenever I hear someone talk about it? Most recent in-house projects are written in C++. I mean, that makes sense. Everyone loves C++. Except me. I fucking hate C++. Assembly is not a specific language, really? I mean, no. It's like, yeah, sure. But, I mean, all assembly languages work pretty much the same, don't they? I could just fall right back down after jumping up for that, can't I? I'll probably do that for the cherry as well. Can be fairly different. Yeah, but, like, the essence of what you're doing is the same. Just like working with different object-oriented languages can be very different, even though the bulk of it is the same, you know? Like, if you've learned Java, then you're already gonna have a pretty decent idea of Python, but you'll still need to do a lot of research to be able to do the same stuff that you were able to do in Java, but, like, you'll have a basic grasp on how it works. And I feel like it's probably the same with different assembly languages. It's easier to just say assembly because I don't remember. First of all, I don't remember exactly what brand of assembly it was. And second of all, when you say assembly, people know what you're talking about. Like, you could technically just say I used object-oriented code, but people would be like, why the fuck would you say that? Alright. I think I ignore the cherry, even though I could get it. That's another fucking variable. I just need to beat this goddamn level. It might have been MIPS? I don't know. Is basic a type of assembly? I don't know. I see Raven the Rabbit after that because it's a cute name for a rabbit. Not a type of assembly. I always forget. I have no idea what basic is. I'm gonna be real. I hear about it a lot because people talk about it. And I know it's like an older programming language. Not a damn clue what basic is. Calculators? Okay, that's a type. Okay. So what does that mean? What is that? Doesn't explain what basic is really. I am still alive and cool. What of it? You weren't gaming for very long. Ah! Dude, when I was calling bingo the other day, I said I pulled one of them out and I said, I wrote a haiku about this next bingo ball. It's N17, and no one got it, and I just devastated. Or I-17 would be more accurate. Also, at one point, I asked if I was going too fast, and someone said I was. I should tell more jokes, and then some fucking kid was like, no more jokes. Those are boring. And then I called him boring, which I don't know if that was appropriate or not, given that, you know, he had purchased bingo cards at a charity fundraiser that I was doing the master ceremonies for. But I thought it was funny. He asked for it? I agree. I said, what have you been doing to entertain me all night? And then someone else from the audience said yelling at you, and I told them that was fair. You don't call the MC boring? That's true. That's kind of rude. Wait, MC? Is that... Do people really say it that way? MC, I've always thought. MC is for MC, like Master of Ceremonies. That's what it corrected to? I don't know. Oh yeah, I didn't tell anyone to kill themselves. So in that respect, I did quite well. You thought the same shit about the GDQ charity event? Or about MC being spelled correctly? What, you struggle at not telling people to kill themselves? Maybe you should see a doctor about that. Fuck! Why would you be talking about the GDQ event? I don't know, because Duck just fucking mentioned it. Okay. I'm gonna... Full disclosure. I'm currently streaming to my VODs channel as well as to Twitch. And I think the reason that I'm more on top of chat is because I'm now using a different window to read chat out of. I'm using the streamer.bot window instead of the OBS window, and the text is bigger. And I think that because more pixels on my screen change in the corner of my eye, I am more likely to notice when someone sends a message in chat. So the fact, like, not the fact, but the possibility that the reason that I never was reading chat before is just because the text was too fucking small is both hilarious and incredibly fucking frustrating to me at the same time. I've not had a single viewer I'll stream on YouTube, but I'm also playing this game, so is that really a shocker? I might start playing some Tetris again just to see if I can build a small YouTube audience. I did also decide to go to the VODs channel. I think there's more advantages to that because I don't have much of a following on either, and my VOD will automatically get archived there. This game makes you appreciate other games' soundtracks more? I don't think it's that bad. Yo, what's up, Duck? Oh yeah, I do have YouTube mods because Duck is a mod on my VOD channel because I have him upload shit for me. Did you know that, like, you can't... I didn't know this until I was actually watching the fucking Blindcraft guy, but apparently you can't make a mod on YouTube without giving them, like, more... like, deeper channel access than you may want just any moderator to have for your, like, if you just want someone to moderate your YouTube chat, you also have to be willing to trust them with, like, a bunch of other information. Too bad Hooded can't see you, though? No, he can't, no. I don't have a chat box for stream that combines my YouTube and Twitch chat yet, which is also against Twitch terms of service, but apparently it's never been enforced, so... It's not bad, but it makes you realize how good other soundtracks are. That's true. I will say, the last time that I was listening to the same video game song for this long in a row was probably Celeste, and they did a lot better job with it. Although, that's really impressive, how good Celeste's soundtrack was, even when you were listening to it for 8 hours. YouTube thinks my game is Celeste? I guess that makes sense. I did put Celeste in my title. I don't know. Can you update that, Duck, on YouTube? No, I didn't set it. I didn't tell YouTube what game I was playing at all. I think it's some, like, auto-detection feature that tries to figure out what game I'm playing. I mean, Celeste is in the title. The game kind of looks like Celeste. I could see how, like, an AI might think I'm playing Celeste right now. I don't think that's out of the question. What I really need to do to get a good YouTube audience is do one of those streams where I'm, like, building a tower, and then every time you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it spawns a TNT, and if you donate, it spawns 10. not for a live stream, you don't think it's based on actual video content, then it might be just based on the title. They might just have seen the word Celeste and been like, yep, that's it, that's what he's streaming. Fuck! Dude, seeing Duck Boy space cool with duck and cool being capitalized is such a weird way to encounter Duck Boy cool. It's like Duck Boy cool. Apparently you can change it. Thank you. Woo! I might ask other multi-streamers what they use, because the issue that I'm definitely going to have with the current plugin I'm using in OBS for multi-stream is that I need to log in as my VOD account to YouTube in order to update my stream information. And I think there might be OBS plugins that automatically update your stream information on all platforms. So I mean, I know Moo does it, and I know Neko Darius from the Minecraft Party server does it, so I might ask them what they do. It might just be that I have to literally remember to change my shit on YouTube, which is going to be a fucking abysmal, but we'll see. I think I can get stream elements to be on YouTube as well, though. Do I like wine? Yes. Not any wine. Not all wines, mind you, but I do like wine. If you want to know which wines I like, too bad. I cannot keep them sorted in my head. Karina has some sort of idea. Yeah, I said that. I thought I might ask Moo or Neko Darius from the MCPT server. I mentioned Moo. The streamer bot chat box is wonderful. Actually, I almost streamed to Kick today, and I didn't because it doesn't have streamer bot integration, so I couldn't have the chat show up in the same chat box. It does support one other streaming service though. It had like Twitch, YouTube, and like Tubi or something. I don't actually know what it was, but I've never heard of it before. But I could be one of the only streamers on that platform, so. Boing. How's D&D going? Hup. Is the chat box meant to work for YouTube? No, I haven't done any configuration for a chat box to work for YouTube. I figure that if I'm going to make a chat box, I'll probably just use the same chat box service to host both chats. Right now, only I have both chats coming into the same feed. It does not show on stream. Streamer bot chat has like tabs, so like currently I have it so that it's showing both chats as one feed, but I can also look at exclusively Twitch, exclusively YouTube, or exclusively like events, meaning like redeems, follows, and the like. The D-pad was neutral, yes, chat? You saw the D-pad neutral and the cat was just like, yeah, we're going forward today. Doesn't do that every time. I will set up double chat boxes eventually, but currently no one actually is talking on YouTube, so there's not really much of a point. If it becomes a thing that like people are actually using the YouTube chat, I might put it up, but you know, I'd expect that most people who are interested in chatting on the stream will go to the Twitch stream. And YouTube would be more of like a way that like I would get discovery. Well, you're not nobody, Duck, but you are also someone who's going to be primarily communicating via Twitch chat, aren't you? Wait, what? You can talk as me? That's fucked up. Genuine fucked up. Don't do that. Why the... What? First of all, how did you do that? And second of all, why would you do that? How long have I been stuck on this level? I don't want to talk about it. Austin, you are a much... I don't know why, but you're like a brighter shade of yellow in the... depending on what chat I look at. You signed into the account. Wait, I thought that well, the editor, being an editor doesn't give you permission to sign in. Or did you sign, did I give you my sign-in credentials for that account? I don't think I did. I thought I just gave you permissions. I didn't think that that you were at any point, like, able to sign in as me. Fuck the cherries. $3.12. You can change to my account for going to YouTube Studio since you're an editor on that account, but it also lets me post comments and stuff as me. That's really fucking weird. Why would YouTube implement that anyone who you give permission to be an editor on your channel can also impersonate you anywhere they want? Like, isn't that a little fucked? Like, I thought the point of making someone an editor is so that they could fucking modify your, like, manage your videos without being able to impersonate you elsewhere. You think it's only on my channel. So like you could do like the Victoricore thing where like you could leave like a comment on a VOD with information about it, but you couldn't like go on someone else's stream or someone else's YouTube comments and post something. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. If you can like comment on my own shit as me, but not on like other people's shit. And to be fair, letting someone else upload shit for you is pretty gives them a great opportunity to impersonate you as well. Although it's a lot harder to impersonate someone who makes videos by making videos that are obviously not them than it is to impersonate someone by sending messages when they send messages all the time. That could be an interesting like game to play, right? You have two people that like regularly talk on Kunk Caverns and put them into an anonymous text chat where they have to just have a conversation, and then whoever figures out who they're talking to first wins. I mean, sure, we could only ever play like 3 rounds of it, but it could be fun. I would have to think of a format for it. Like, the concept is there, but there's so many more details that I would need to figure before we could actually do something like that. Ow. That would be sick as fuck. An anonymous sponsor suite. Well, to be fair, anonymous sponsor didn't really talk that much. They just participated in the sponsorship, right? Like, you as anonymous sponsor, you basically just posted exclusively shit pertaining to the sponsorship and the mystery of anonymous sponsors' identity. Like, if I made an alt and joined my own Discord server and didn't want people to figure out it was my alt, it would be pretty easy to do that. But the idea is that you are actively engaging in a conversation with this person, and they have to be concealing who they are the entire time, you know? I wonder if it makes sense to allow them to, like, lie. Like, if I'm Minnow and you're having a conversation with me, and you ask, like, are you an alcoholic? Like, do I have to answer that? Like, I don't want it to be guess who. I want it to be based on, like, people's typing styles, like, and shit. Maybe you can provide the topic? Of course not. Right. Like, giving people a topic and just telling them to talk about it is also not necessarily a great segue. Unless you have, like, maybe, like, all of them are having a discussion about Definite 15, because that's something that they all, like, have relatively in common if they're on my Discord server and speak there regularly. You would even be able to participate. Like, Jingle, Minnow, Do, Doc, Hooded, myself. I don't know how I would. Someone would have to actually orchestrate it though, so I don't know if maybe I couldn't participate if I'm organizing everything. It'd be like what the fuck that one thing that they did for Game Changer was like a 2-episode special, and it was a parody of some other show. Like, where everyone's, like, in a separate room, and they all have created fake personas, and you have to, like, figure out what persona belongs to what person by, like, engaging with them. I could take a page out of their book, perhaps. Like, you have to figure out who came up with each character. I don't know if coming up with characters is necessarily the way, though. Well, we'll find out, I guess. It's definitely something I'd be interested in trying, but there's like a ton of details that I have no fucking clue, so. Or maybe we would have, like, pre-approved questions. Like, you can't ask someone, like, extremely leading questions because you know how many people are involved, right? So you could probably think of one question that, if answered correctly, would signal out whoever it was right away, right? But, like, what if the questions were like, you know, what's your favorite, like, game that you've seen on stream, or game that you've played in your free time, or something like that, you know? Like, you should be allowed to ask and answer those questions honestly. I guess that would be, you're allowed to ask questions that are more subjective, but you shouldn't ask questions that have objective answers. And then at that point, where do you draw the line, right? Like, are there subjective questions that are to you obvious? Coming up with rules for those sort of things would be the most difficult part. But if anyone is interested in developing the concept with me, do let me know. We can talk about it more at length after stream. Son of a motherfucker. This level doesn't even seem that hard. Just dodge the spikes, 5-head. What the fuck is the lore to this game? Why is there all this shit that wants to kill me? That is not something I've ever cared about in any game, any platformer ever, but... Like, I kind of want... I want an in-game character to be mad at for building this, you know? I need a Bowser. I think I'm trying to, like, get my girlfriend or something. I don't remember. I think I'm trying to save someone, but... Your kitten is in another castle. Oh yeah, my son. It's my son I'm trying to recover. At least I'm pretty sure. The trash can! Are you chasing me? Do you know it's illegal to stalk a police officer? Isn't it illegal to stalk anyone? I found something sussy. Plaintive? 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 Yeah, this font doesn't really do great at telling me if that's a U or a V, does it? I don't know what that word means either way. I'm guessing it's a V, because a V makes more sense phonetically. Oh, would you look at me with your plaintive eyes again? What is... I don't know what that word is. This time I found an old boot. Problem is that there's only one boot, but where's the other one? Did you happen to see it? Are you confident in your testimony? If you lied, then I will know it. You cannot hide anything from a Detective Lawrence Bin. If you can't help, don't interfere with the investigation. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Oh, shit. Wait, what the hell? What was up there? Oh, no, dude. I just talking to the Detective Lawrence Bin, and I completely forgot that I'd never found a checkpoint. You would have discussed it more, but you were mid-match and doing good, so you couldn't resist. Fair enough. Dude, I don't want to make a judgment call yet, but I have a sickening feeling that I am not gonna like Library of Ruina. I feel like it's unfair to say that I don't like it now. But, I don't know, man. I didn't realize it was super long either. You already realized that wasn't your game? It doesn't feel great, but like, I basically spent the entire first stream learning how it worked, kind of figuring it out a little bit. Well, Minna said there's gonna be like a massive difficulty spike, which I don't think there needs to be. I feel like I'm not really looking for a fucking deck builder with an insane difficulty spike at the moment. You really wanted Paper Mario? Yeah, I've still never played Paper Mario. I played Super Paper Mario and I loved it, but... Well, I don't know why so many people voted for Library. I think there may be one more Stars in Time stream or two, depending on... I'll do more if I think that the fight with the king is, or like whatever comes after the fight with the king is engaging. Because I feel like after beating the king is the last opportunity for the game to really like do anything that, yeah, fuck those cherries. makes me really want to keep playing. And the king is definitely the most interesting thing that's happened so far, so. Ah, cool. We hid spikes off screen so that you would to punish an explorative player. Despite having established that you need to explore in order to find most of the fruit. So many meaning 3, one of which was Minnow, and one of which was the guy who said he wanted it to go to a runoff anyway, and the third was Duck? The third was John. You weren't chatting because you thought you were hooded? You thought you already talked? Wait, what? You thought you'd already weighed in on something that you hadn't given your— What the hell? So wait. Like, you had, like, something to say in a conversation, but then you looked at chat, saw the color red, and were like, oh no, I've already said what I've already given my piece. I'm afraid, Hooded, that yes, you are. That is how it works. That comes back, right, chat? Okay. Fuck! You got so many passes? Oh, I see. Oh, because Red Typhlosion has a lot of passes, Hooded. There's like a lot of words that you could say now that you couldn't say before you were Red Typhlosion. Literal treasure trove. Yeah, this wonderful game, and then you just had to add Smashma to it. Every developer. Ah! My white privilege gone. Dude, the way that you said that reminded me of how JoJo characters talk, which got me thinking about obscure JoJo stand powers, which made me invent an obscure JoJo stand power in my brain that I thought was funny, and then I chuckled at. So now you understand sort of the inner workings of dumbass. Fuck. It's because you said Mexican power and it made me think of Stando power. Shite. Oh wait, I get to try again. Shite. No, I get to try again. Shite! Dude, I hate this, because there's been so many times you were getting a snack. I was talking about, like, worthless superpowers. Because, when you were talking about your Mexican power, it made me think about JoJo stands, which made me think about stupid JoJo stands. And, and it's a little upsetting because there's been a lot of times where I've wanted to be able to think of like a dumbass like superpower on cue, but I've never been able to, and then I just like invented one for no reason. Which is okay, so one of my favorite hypotheticals to imagine is that everyone in the world has some sort of supernatural ability, but most of them are so useless that you would never figure it out. And the one I just came up with was the ability to turn ketchup into mayonnaise by doing a cartwheel through the substance. Like, some people, like, it doesn't necessarily mean you can do a cartwheel. And even if you can, it doesn't necessarily mean you'd ever try doing it while touching ketchup. It's just My Hero Academia. Wow, you have flame powers? My head is a spray bottle. Well, not just, like, varying levels of usefulness, but, like, super obscure. I mean, I guess, what is My Hero Academia about? Is it like he has a superpower, but he doesn't know what it is, or thinks he doesn't because he hasn't figured it out? Hold on, I fucking swear to Christ I read a book about that. Yeah. It was a kid who lived in a certain town. It was one of those, like, I think it was called Powerless, but I actually don't know. It was about this kid, and basically in the town where he lives, there's like something, they think it might be something in the water or whatever, where everyone in the town has developed some sort of superpower. Except for this fucking kid. And, anyway, I don't know exactly what happens, but as the plot of the book progresses, it turns out that the reason everyone was getting these superpowers is because they were all eating a specific brand of potato chips. And, the book ends with, the kid figuring out about that, going to, investigate the potato chips, and then he learns from the guy that is in charge of making the potato chips that they have the same power, which is that of immortality, and the real reason he didn't notice is because he's still a kid. How would he know he's immortal? Which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. But anyway. Yo, like, yeah, turning clear piss into yellow piss by counting backwards from 20 to 1, but only on Wednesdays. Exactly. Like, most of them are just so obscure and convoluted that you wouldn't figure it out. And you'd go your entire life having this ability and never use it. Or maybe they're really useful, but the actions you need to do to do it are still obscure. Like, you could turn tungsten into gold if it's up your ass and you're singing your ABCs while pissing on a Tuesday or something like that. You could turn wood into gold. On Henry Danger, the main superhero has invulnerability, but he still feels all of the pain. That's fucked up. I've heard of Henry Danger, but I don't remember what demographic it has. Usually, invincible but still feels pain is more oriented towards an adult audience. Nickelodeon show? Okay. That's what was threw me off about it, because I do feel like that. I felt like it was like on like a Nickelodeon Cartoon Network or something, but that doesn't sound like the type of thing that would show up in a Nickelodeon show. Ugh. I mean, I guess you need to have some sort of drawback, right? If your power is invulnerability, you need to have some sort of counter to that, which is that you still really don't want to get hit because it's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. But how does that work, right? Like, you're invulnerable to damage, so you still feel pain, right? But would you feel, if someone tried to stab you, would you feel the pain of being stabbed, or would you feel the pain of having a knife thrust into you but not able to puncture your skin? You know what I mean? And like, if you got a paper cut, it wouldn't continue to hurt for days. Because like, if someone tried to give you a paper cut, would you be able to get a paper cut at all? Like, I feel like some sorts of pain. Like, sure, maybe you still, like, if someone whacks you with a blunt object, obviously that's still gonna fucking hurt, right? Even if it doesn't, like, do physical damage, like, it's easy to imagine why that would hurt. But what about, like, things that, like, would incur a flesh wound? And does it continue to hurt? Like, if someone whacks you in the head with a baseball bat, sure, it's gonna fucking sting, but then do you have, like, a dull pain afterwards? How long does that last? Usually people would have the pain because, like, there's, like, a bruise or something. More like a metal punch, so just everything's a punch. So you're mitigating a decent amount of pain just by virtue of being invulnerable, even if you still do have pain receptors that work. Well, I mean, and the other vice for a character that's indestructible is that they can still feel emotional pain, even if they're incapable of feeling physical pain, like Saitama. Or they can feel both sorts of pain, like Deadpool. Any reason in particular, Vivi, that you'd like to share with the class? Oh, did you know the reference that Vivi's making? One of the oldest Vivi quotes? For reasons. Vivi, be quiet for weeks and then say the realest shit ever. God, dude, is it? It's crazy. I mean, it might not be crazy for you guys to think about because you only know me through my live stream and otherwise my online presence. But for me, absolutely bonkers to think about that in less than a year, I will have a wife. It's framed somewhere. I don't think the one about dreams is framed. I don't know if that survived. I don't know if the framed VV quotes made it to this house. I don't know where that is actually. I don't think I threw it out, but I also don't remember where I put it. So somewhere out there, there's framed VV quotes that in one of my 2 moves have gotten misplaced and may have been discovered by someone else. By the way, chat, this is true. I want to have a better Twitter banner and a better Discord banner, but I am not artistically talented enough to make what I want, and I don't even know what I would commission. So, like I would update both of those if like I had something to update them to. I tried making something for my Discord banner, and I don't know. I wasn't super pleased with the results. Like some of you saw that on Discord. I was like sharing my work process, but nothing really came of it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I could do something like I did with the Stinger, where I had like a rough version of it, and now I have like the fucking super sexy Stinger animation. But I don't know. I don't know if I even like the concept enough to bother, and I also don't know if the concept is fleshed out enough to bother sending it to someone on Fiverr. Commission an artwork of your dream. I do have a photo of you and photos of myself that I could send as reference materials. Please don't. No, I would not commission that because I have no desire. That is not something I want to see. Why would I create something that I would pay someone to destroy? Why would I pay someone to create something that I would just as quickly pay to have destroyed? You think I need to wait for the... What do you mean, wait for the platform, Austin? What the fuck are you on? Wait for the platform where? What platform? Fuck. Okay, look, I understand, chat, that I am not always, like, Mr. Reed's chat, but when you say wait for the platform in a fucking platformer... Also, Austin, you could absolutely make that jump. I've made it before. The platform isn't coming, and I don't have time to wait for it, so... I mean, I could try. I can see if there's, like, a possibility of stalling on those 3 trapdoors, but I just don't think there is. I don't think that's the answer. You hate having been a hoe? You have a coworker now that used to sort of take you out in high school? Backseating me is definitely insanity. How so? Other than that, I would normally tell you not to backseat me. Son of a bitch.
Whoa, that's a strong smell.
The incense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Telling a wall of paint to dry faster. I mean, if you tell it enough times, you'll run out of breath, pass out, and then when you wake up, the paint will be drier, so... Almost works. Oh god, chat. It's getting close to the end of stream time anyway, and I'm, like, hungry as a motherfucker right now. I did eat something a few hours ago, but... we might be cutting this one early. I'm gonna try to beat this level. You weren't gonna drink this tonight, but LeBron got hurt? You're a little fucked up. I don't know why you would say... It's not like... What the fuck happened to LeBron? Real. Groin? Ooch. Dude, I literally just ended my own life for money. For one fucking cat credit, and then I did it again. I guess these are gems, even though they have the texture that you would generically give to a coin. Colored blue. Like, I feel like the animation of rotating and having a flat side makes a lot less sense for a gem, which is conventionally a three-dimensional object. Well, a three-dimensional object. I mean, a coin is three-dimensional as well, but it's also conventionally flat. I think that's what really it's not the texture, it's the animation that breaks the illusion of it being a gem. That's why I'm looking at it wrong? Are they not rotating and they're just shining? Think fast, move quick. Yeah, no shit. Shit. I'll try doing all the platforms twice and see if there's a thing there for me. Boing, boing, boing. Boing. I don't want to talk about it. Alright, chat. 10 more tries. 10 more. Here we go. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. One. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Alright. Enjoy looking at your weird anime porn, DV. I'm assuming it's weird. You didn't actually say anything that would indicate that. I can't imagine you're a normal porn watcher. Or consumer. 2. 3. 4. That doesn't count. Good night, baby. 5. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. 5. I don't understand how the time this. 6. It feels like it just works arbitrarily sometimes, and sometimes it's not enough. It's like faster when it's closer to the bottom, and slower when it's closer to the top, and there's like one sweet spot in the middle. 6. 7. Oh my god. Austin was right. Whoa, Hooded! That's such a good idea, dude. That's a way better idea than that shit Austin was talking about. Holy shit, what a brilliant... Thank you, Hooded. I'm glad that people like you are in my chat. I don't know what he was on. Like, why does it so dramatically vary my jump height I get from that? It looks like it's moving almost the same speed the whole time. 8? Nine. No! All right, one more try. Now I feel like the 10 tries thing is maybe too limiting because, chat, I made progress in the... It can't be much longer than that now that I understand what to do, right? Alright, 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 alright. Next PB is last PB. That's new rule. Alright, that's my last PB. Now I'm only allowed to do strictly worse than that for the rest. Or beat the level. Alright. Alright, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. I'm too hungry and a little tired. Woo! Isn't that stinger hot, chat? It's a good transition. Oh, okay. So for my first time multi-streaming, I mean, no one watched the YouTube stream at all, unless they were in the Twitch chat and just wanted to be like, oh, I'm looking at the YouTube stream. But, the bitrate...
Oh, Devin, did you happen to feed Hazel?
Yes.
Oh, awesome, thank you.
The bitrate was great. No issues. I didn't drop any frames. No one complained about, like, skipping anything, so it looks like we are fantabuloso. Yeah.
Half a whole.
We could do whole. I just need something to eat desperately.
Oh, yeah, I can make some food.
Okay, sweet. Oh, let's find a song. I got kind of fucked up because I logged into the VOD channel. I'm going to end the YouTube stream